If you follow Apple, even just a little, you know that Apple held their Worldwide Developers Conference keynote earlier this week. I try to watch the announcements live when I can, or at least keep up with a live blog. This time though, I was just back from my recent trip to Yellowstone, so I had to catch up on the announcements the night of the keynote. I'm not Apple, and I don't have a relationship with them, but like almost everyone else who uses Apple's products, I follow what they do, and I have my own opinions about their current products and where they're headed. You could call me a little bit of an Apple zealot, even though I don't always agree with all of their decisions. Today, let's chat. I will talk about some of the things that I found notable from the keynote in this video, and then in the comments, you can tell me if you agree, or if you disagree, or if you think I'm crazy for being an Apple girl. In the interest of full disclosure though, I'm also an Amazon girl, and there's no shortage of other brands here in the studio. But when it comes to what I use most often, I'm usually using an Apple product, new or old. Some of the little stuff that Apple is doing in iOS 10 is with the lock screen in the notifications area. They're enhancing the use of 3D touch to see more information. I like that Force Touch or 3D touch is there, but I don't exactly know how to use it. I mean, I know that you push harder to find out more stuff, but I haven't figured out when it could be useful to me. And really, my hands are so dry that I have to get creative when using touch screens anyway, so I don't even know if I'm biologically capable of using the 3D touch properly. Apple Music got some updates. I don't use it. I use Rhapsody, have for years. It's simple and it does everything that I need. Maps will look at your calendars and tell you where to go. That's pretty cool. It sounds like sort of a step forward that we would expect from the combination of those two capabilities. It looks like they're adding some cool features to messages. Again, an existing capability that's getting better. I'm pretty simple. I type messages, I read messages, but I have nothing against some of the things that they're talking about, like integrating payments, restaurant reservations, and enhancing some of the text features. I don't know, it all sounds good. Certainly not revolutionary, but good. Photos. Now that's a big deal to me. I have shied away from the Photos app on my Mac. I was a big Aperture user, and I've begrudgingly become a frequent Lightroom user, even though I liked Aperture better for at least a few things. One thing that I'm really anxious to see is the face, object, and scene recognition that's coming to Photos. They're even saying that Photos will generate short videos of related memories, like photos from a particular place or a particular person. That only sounds a little creepy, so I'm eager to try it out. They're talking about Siri enhancements. I like Siri, but I really only use it to voice dial people or to occasionally have Siri check something online for me. But now they're opening up Siri to third-party apps, so you should be able to do a ton more with it in the near future. Maybe that will get me using it more. Siri is coming to the Mac as well. I don't see myself using it much though. Speaking of the Mac, the OS is going to be Mac OS now, and the first release will be Sierra. Again, lots of little enhancements with things like iCloud Drive, continuity between the Apple Watch and a Mac. I don't have the watch. I want it, but I don't have it. Apple TV, more incremental updates. I certainly didn't cover everything in this super short review. If there's something that I'm missing or forgetting about that you think will be awesome, let us know in the comments. Overall, Apple from their past has set the expectation that every single keynote is going to blow us away with new products and new capabilities. And maybe it's that some of these products are growing up out of their infancy, and now it's best that they see refinements. It's tough for any company to continue to amaze us conference after conference, and it's tough for consumers to keep up with new gadgets all the time. Believe me, I try, but there are some, like the watch, that I just haven't made time for. Now, one refined beauty that I did pick up recently is the iPad Pro. A while back, I sold my older pre-iPad Air iPad It had the old phone connector. So I did treat myself to this newer model, the smaller iPad Pro with the keyboard and the pencil. It's pretty darn cool. It's certainly refined. And it's so easy to slip into my bag that it goes everywhere with me. For the most part, it doesn't leave me disappointed or wishing that it did more things. I think maybe Apple is experiencing some side effects of its own success. Although I expect them to dazzle us from time to time, Apple users like me have been dazzled a lot. We buy the products and they do get a bit thinner, lighter, and faster every year, but I don't see myself itching to replace this tablet very soon. For me and for my purposes, they're still the best on the block. Raymond trots around with his Surface tablet and it's neat and it's certainly functional, but time and time again, Apple's products go hand in glove with what I do and how I work. They're certainly not the only kid on the block, and competition among the top vendors has brought us, as consumers, better and better products each year. So for their keynote, I don't think Apple shocked the world with any of their announcements, and I'm not sure that they need to. What do you think?